right. Let's see who we have here. Can you hear me?
I can.
Yeah.
Okay, I know Serena is AFK, AFK for just a minute, and I wasn't for sure if Menlo was going to catch up with us or not. So we'll just see. As soon as she gets back to her computer, we'll start.
Okay, sweet.
Okay, I'm back. Minla said I think that she was going to miss the first half of the game, but should be here for the second.
Okay. Yeah, lots been going on, so having trouble keeping track of everything. Okay, so real quick, let's do a recap of what happened last session and kind of pick up where we're at. From your all's perspective.
We went to Yester Hill and got a sword.
True story. We also beat up a bunch of trees, and let's see here. Glowbar broke into some poor person's tomb and stole a spear.
Yeah. I only realized afterwards that that was not a good thing.
No, actually, that was a good thing. Don't think it was a bad thing.
Oh no, I mean that breaking somebody's grave and.
I mean, I guess technically you were invited, but the rest of us don't know that, so it looks like you're just like, oh, look, a pile of rocks, I'm gonna kick this over, and oh, look, a spear.
You're right. That's true.
Yeah, I'll put the name of the person in chat real quick. There's actually a story about him and his blood spear. If you Google it and stuff, if you're interested in the backstory. But yeah, basically, one person is chosen to be the carrier of the spear. That's what it is. So you also got a gem.
Yes, it's one of the Wizard of Wines gems. Or a seed, as they call it. And so I guess our next thing to do is to return that to the wine.
Okay, so in the case of if someone is running late or can't make it, and let's just say, I think Ninla had the Sun Sword, correct?
Yes, she did.
So until she can catch up with us, that sword can be used by whoever can use a sword. So that way you're not out because this person's not here. I know she'll catch up, but I'm just saying, I want one person to be carrying all the important items, and you're like, oh, we can't do this tonight because this person's not here. Make sure you all reset your hit points and your spell slots. And make sure you have control of your tokens.
Oh, did we take a long rest here?
Yeah, I would assume that you took a long rest. Anytime you've like had a gap, I would assume there's a long rest.
Oh yeah,
Basically,
we also killed a bunch of barbarians and druids in the circle
Yes.
of doom.
Yes.
Who has the stone that we got from the
Nuka
Druid
has
statue?
it, but whoever wants to carry it can carry it for tonight. Okay, I'm gonna move her token out of the way so it's just not there for now. There we go. Alright. Alright, so it's kind of early morning. You know, sun's starting to come up from what you can tell. You know, it's kind of, you can see behind the clouds. On top of the hill right now, to your right, you see a man standing there, and you assume it's a man, but it's a cloaked figure, kind of tall and broad-shouldered. He is kind of standing in the middle area right here. And he's kind of, I'm gonna put a token here. This token is just a placeholder. Let's see, token there we go. And he's just kind of looking out over off the hill, off to the west, where you see the mist, and he's just kind of staring off.
So basically, yeah, he's staring at us.
Well, you would assume so, but he's like looking over your heads off into the mist.
Okay. Does it seem like he notices us?
Yeah, one would assume that he sees you. He's just kind of not really paying you any mind right now.
I would like to wave at the man to see if anything happens.
You're just such a friendly old man.
He's our friendly budget mage. He raises his right hand in return.
I guess we'll walk over and strike up a conversation, since it's kind of a weird place to find some. Oh no! No, this was a mistake!
As you get closer, you notice more details come to focus, and you notice that it is his glowing red eyes, and you realize that it's Strahd, standing here at the top of the hill, just kind of watching you as you approach.
Can I wave at him again?
He waves at you, and with a deep voice, he explains to you that I've got Irina. She's mine now. Now we just have to plan for the wedding.
Are we invited to the wedding?
Sounds like it.
All in the lands will be invited once this is all prepared. And he kind of looks off back. And he kind of like, as he's talking to you, you notice that he's kind of got his attention over to the west. And looking over to the west, kind of see what he's looking at, is like a curtain of fog. And you see a white fortress on a hill above a great city. The city appears like kind of quite distant, maybe like about a mile away. The fog obscures all the detail. You can hear what sounds like the echo of a church bell. And he kind of sighs at at the visage that he sees.
Okay, so I guess this is like his fantasy wedding that we're seeing as an illusion here. Because to the west would just be the mist, so maybe this is the spirit of the land is teasing him.
He looks at you and well, you didn't say that, so I can't say anything. So.
Can I go towards him and pat him? Like, try to comfort him?
Oh my god. Well, Uda's dead.
As you pat him on the shoulder, he doesn't seem very aggressive right this minute. Kind of like he's in a lost of thoughts, and he explains to you that from this view that he can, like, before that the fog trapped everyone here. That was it teases him with the visage of what he used to have, and he visits here to kind of remember.
So, Strahd, does Irina want your hand?
Yes, quite so. She is my long lost love, and she will be mine.
But I seem to have some vague memory of your long lost love being betrothed to someone else.
Yes, that is quite true, but you're gonna get yourself hurt. That is quite true, but I managed to take care of that problem.
Did you really take care of that problem? Didn't you end up killing your love?
No, not at all. She did not understand how much I loved her, and she killed herself. And she's reincarnated back every so many years so I can woo her again, and she will be mine eventually.
You seem confident.
Oh, I am quite confident. I have been a conqueror of many lands and many battles.
Well then, I propose then a game for a bit of challenge. I'm waiting to see if he's interested before I go continue.
He's waiting for you to see what you're going to say.
Since you're so confident and you believe that Irina wishes to have your hand in marriage, then I propose that you let her come with us. And if she truly wishes to marry you, then she will return to you on her own.
No, she will never leave the castle. She is mine.
I want to try to persuade. I'm saying that right.
Yes, you say it right.
Good.
Roll for persuasion.
Hey, Mandel.
You have to
Hey guys.
hey, you have to I don't know. How are you
Say
going
something.
to persuade him? I mean, you rolled a 9, but what are you going to do to persuade him?
I mean, wait, do vampires live forever or longer? I think so.
Vampires, I believe, are functionally immortal, like, unless something kills them.
In that case, then I have to find the words. Just a second.
Okay, no problem.
Hey guys, so I just wanted to say I'm here in voice, but I'm not home yet, so I don't have my computer up or anything. I just got let off early because I asked, and so I thought I'd jump in the chat while I was driving.
Okay, sounds good. Drive safe, though.
Oh, always.
So, I'm sorry, I can't. Something about love is immortal. No, I don't know the word. The word that doesn't end. I'm not. Just a second. Yeah, immortal. Something about love is immortal.
He looks at you and smiles and says, "Love is quite immortal, and that's why she will be mine forever."
Could I write on the floor how many times he has tried? Because he said reincarnation.
Yes, she has slipped through my fingers many times, and this time she will not slip through my fingers. Maybe you
So
kind of feel
when is the
something
wedding?
moving behind you in the bushes.
Can you say that again?
Uda kind of feels like there's something moving out of the corner of his eye in the bushes behind him.
I'm gonna go towards Serena, tap her shoulder, and point over there.
What bushes?
With that, Strahd, he begins to chuckle, and he says, "You must always watch your back."
It's a trap.
And with that, he turns into a bat and flies off before you can even do anything else.
Well,
Everyone-
as he's flying off, I'm going to yell, "Fly, you coward!"
So everyone roll for initiative.
Well, it looks like I was asleep. So I see we have two different looks here to these probably wolves. Are some of them bigger than the others?
Yes, so you have dire wolves, and you have wolves. The dire wolves are the one where it looks like it's zoomed out and kind of pouncing there. Yes, the wolves come slinking around the bushes here and begin to move towards you like they've been stalking you all this time.
There are no bushes, but okay.
There's bushes right here, these little like white thingies.
No, those are graves.
Oh, okay, graves.
Those are piles.
Sneaking
piles
around the
of stones.
graves. Wilbar, it's your turn.
Oh, I'm gonna rush in. So if I rush in, can I move more or like run?
You do get to move extra, but don't forget the squares here are like one square is 25 feet. So it basically, you could move yourself 2 squares, and that would be the end of your turn.
Okay. Then I'm gonna move. And that's it.
All right, Uda.
Um, I'm gonna use my movement to go over here. That's it.
My music is not working for some reason. Need some kind of music.
Alright, so my turn? You're just dashing, Uda?
Yeah, I was just dashing.
Yes,
Alright, let's see here. I am going to move here to cover Uda, and I am going to whack this thing with my saw.
That's a miss.
Alright,
That's
and
really
then my
nice.
second attack.
That's
It's
a
a
definitely
crit
solid
fail,
landing hit. Yeah. As your longsword swings out, it sinks deeply into the wolf, and it yelps and collapses to the ground dead.
For my bitches!
Wolf's turn. Let's see, zoomed in ones, go there. There.
So are we still on the hill with the big bloody tree?
Yes, we are. This is now
Okay,
our third
so-
fight on this hill.
So the wolves like charge in, and just one of them gets close enough to snap its bite at you, but it misses. It's just all air. Gobar, it's your turn.
I'm gonna move and attack the. Let's see. This one.
Okay. Nice. That's a nice hit. You take the spear and you drive it through the side of the wolf, and it collapses dead.
That's one down.
Uda?
I'm gonna firebolt this one over here.
Okay. Nice, that's a hit too. 16. That one just catches on fire. It's running. Alright. Unless you want to move, it's ready to go.
I'm good.
Alright, I'm going to hit this dire wolf here. So my first attack.
Which one was you gonna hit? I didn't see the little circle, sorry. Those next two.
The
Okay.
direwolf. Yeah, it's the only thing that's in range.
Okay. That's a pretty solid hit. See what you do. 6. You slash him for 6 damage. All right.
Alright, and my second attack. Ooh, Pepperidge
Yeah.
Farm remembers.
You got those weighted dice, I think you would have said.
Yeah, admin. I would like to report Serene.
I'm gonna touch Globar's spear real quick because you don't have the +2 to the bonus and attack rolls on it.
Okay.
Yeah, I just had to put it as text because it's also +2 to damage.
There we go. It should be fixed now.
Thank you.
Go ahead and try it real quick, just to make sure it.
Wow.
I like this beer.
Perfect. Yeah, the spirit's really nice. Okay, let's see. OP. Alright, it's Direwolf's turn. Okay, whoops.
Oh, that one just kind of left.
Let's see. Okay. Move. Oh, not initiative. Well, that one. All right, let's see. Serena, the wolves both bite at you. One of them just totally misses, but while you're dodging that one, the other one bites you for 9 piercing damage. And you must make a roll a d20. You have, or excuse me, a strength save. You must get a 13 or higher, or be knocked prone. From the size of the wolf. Nice.
Jesus.
Admin? Are you seeing these rolls?
Okay. I am. I'm gonna have to look at her get the name of it in a second. Her roll cheat sheet or something, I don't know. Because I need to use it. Globar, the one sitting to your left, tries to bite at you, but it's just a miss, just all air. It's your turn
Cool.
now, Globar.
I'm gonna attack the direwolf.
Okay. It's a miss. Like stab too high.
Then I'm gonna use an extra attack.
Okay. Oh, that's a hit. Nice. Okay, Uda.
I'm gonna use my signature move, the old fireball, at this one over here.
It's 120 feet. You sure you want to do that?
Is that your final answer?
You're making me doubt myself and it hurts.
You see the big pink circle? That's 120 feet.
Wait, what big pink circle?
Oh, you're not able to see it. Let's see. R1C. You see it now?
Yeah.
It's firebolt, sweetie, not fireball.
Oh, I thought you said fireball. I was like, geez. Okay. Never mind.
Oh,
I misunderstood you. I was like, okay.
even if it was fireball, I can still save all of us in here. School of Evocation. You'll see, Sareen. You'll all see.
You'll have your moment. Alright, so you shoot a firebolt at the little wolf here, and he's on fire, and he just collapses dead. And unless you want to move, Serena, it's your go.
Alright, so first attack is on the dire wolf that I attacked before.
Okay. You just barely hit him with the tip of your sword. Alright.
Alright, and so I'm assuming that it's still alive.
Yes. Badly
Alright, and
wounded.
so I'll hit it with my second attack, which looks like it's a miss.
Yes, it's a miss. All your ACs are too high. All the wolves are just snapping and biting at you, and they're all missing. Bobar, check up.
I'm gonna keep hitting the same dire wolf.
Okay. That's a nice solid hit with your spear. 19.
He dead.
He is not dead, but he's definitely very, very wounded.
Then I'm gonna attack again.
Okay.
Ooh.
That's a hit. There you go. You run the dire wolf through. It's now impaled on the end of your spear.
Yes.
He dead.
He did.
Alright, it's your go.
I'm gonna go one step back and use fire bolt again.
Okay. Nice. Alright, you all have weighted dice. That's all it is. It catches on fire. He takes it straight to the face and falls down dead.
I think Lady Luck's is on our side now.
Serena?
Alright, well, I'm gonna step forward and attack the last wolf.
Okay.
Womp womp.
It's not on your side, though. And the second one's a hit, though. Second one comes out and lands solid on top of the wolf for 12 damage. As he yelps in pain. Globar, the dire wolf sitting next to you, has noticed you've taken your eyes off of the wolf, and it grabs a hold of your arm and hits you for 18 piercing damage. You need to make a strength saving throw and get 11 or higher to be knocked prone.
Okay, I don't know the difference between just a normal throw and saving throw.
Well, it's basically the same thing. You just click on your strength word, and I'll roll a dice for you. There you go.
On your... Isn't there like a little cube dedicated for saving throws?
I'm not for sure what you meant. Little cube.
Like on your page, it says saving throws, and it lists all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one is just a standard strength. It's not like any of the other ones. All right. So you managed to shake the wolf off your arm. Globar, it's your go.
I'm gonna stab him.
Nice. It's a good solid hit. As you drive your spear through its mouth and out the other side. It's now dead.
Ew.
Ugh.
All right.
Another victory.
Yes, another victory. Okay, what would you like to do now?
Let's search the wolves' bodies.
You search the wolf's bodies, but find nothing on them.
Can I take their pelts?
If you wish to skin them, yes.
Yes. Do I have to make a check for it?
No, you now have 5 wolf pelts.
Sweet.
Should we?
While Serena's putting the pelt in her bag, can I do a sleight of hand to put my pinky that I took from that dead guy into her bag too?
Yes, you can. Everyone gives Serena your garbage. There you go.
She doesn't
It has
even know, dude.
No, she doesn't know. So yeah, you now have a pinky in your bag, but you don't know it.
Okay. Y'all are some creepers. Alright, well, I don't know if we have very much to do here on Yester Hill anymore. So, other than setting the big effigy thing on fire, I think that the last thing to do is to just head back to the winery to give him this gem back.
Uda's gonna write on the floor, sell Jim back.
Yes, I expect to be paid.
Obviously.
Me want to become rich, man. Oh, sweet, they're labeled.
Yes, I'll let you enable them off. Alright, so here you're at Yesterhill. I think, Uda, you have control of the token?
Yeah.
One second, I'm looking something up. Okay, sorry about that.
Okay, so after rolling down the hill in my sleep and huffing and puffing my way all the way back up the hill to see you guys fighting. Whew.
Okay, here we are back at the Wizards of the Wine. You pull up, it's very quiet, and that you can tell like there's some movement inside, like something like they're back in production. The gentleman is standing out front, the one that had originally told you about when you first came here and waved you to the tree, and is standing here outside the door as you approach. He saw you approaching down the road as you came out, and he seems very happy to see you. Ah, welcome back. Have you found any of my gems by any chance?
Oh, why, in fact, yes, we do believe we have come up with one of them here.
He seems very happy and very ecstatic that you have returned one of the gems, and that and with great excitement he hands it to his son, and his son runs back inside. And since you've been gone, we've been very slow at production, but the gems, returning them, will help us speed up production of our wine and get us back in full production. But if you don't mind, I need someone to be able to take this next shipment to Krezek. I don't think you've been there yet, from what I've heard. But it is a very friendly village, and I would really appreciate it if you would return this next shipment to them.
So I mean, like, he's not offering us anything in exchange for the gem. He's just offering us to do more work for him.
Did he also just take it?
He said he gave it to his son, but the reward comes when you return all the gems.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, good. My internet cut out.
Okay, so he wants us to transport wine to another town.
If you could so kindly help me out and do this. I think you'll find the village quite interesting.
That
Well,
sounds
sounds
familiar.
good to me.
Can we get like an half of the pay advance?
He smiles and says, "Of course. What am I thinking? Someone. What am I thinking that? Yes, I guess you deserve some kind of payment." And he hands you all a little bag with 3 gold pieces in it. And he says, until he's up to full production, he really doesn't have much to give.
Do you happen to have any leads on the locations of the other seeds?
Yes, the next gem is from here is in a place called Berez. And the third one is just, it's been lost.
how do y'all feel about taking this cartload of stuff to Crest?
Thumbs up, dog.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. So some of his children pull around another wagon with horses already attached and ready to go, with enough supplies for your trip. And he points to it, marks your map for you. So if you're on the map page, where are you at? There you are. And I don't know how to do access. I'm pinging it for you to mark on your map.
Is it possible for me to sleep on the wagon on the ride?
Sure. Roll a 1d20 for me. As the wagon's bumping along, and then you can go ahead and move it. You see where the village of Kazak is? Yes.
I can't hear you very well.
How about now?
Much better.
Okay, I had moved my microphone. As you're traveling along towards the village Kazak, Serena, you have a dream that you're paying a visit to a house. You can't remember who you're visiting or why, but you know the house. You knock, no one answers. And you knock again. A dozen zombie hands burst out of the windows and door and grab you and drag you inside. And you wake up.
Can I call that a short rest?
Yes. On the side of the road, as you're coming across the bridge there, you notice a skull sitting along the side of the road.
I jump out and grab it.
You pick the skull up and you look at it. It almost looks human, like a human skull, but it's not a human skull. It's like from an unknown species of some sort that you don't recognize.
Ooh.
Could Uda come and look at the skull and see how it got there?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
And by that I mean, can I do an investigation check?
Ah, yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
You can't really tell how it got there. It's just a skull there.
I'm just brain dead. Uda makes his way back to the cart.
Okay.
Oh. Glover gets back to.
Right.
So I'm going to be making conversation with everybody on the train now that I'm back and ask what happened when I was gone.
We had a conversation with the devil, and then we got to pet some dogs.
Okay, that sounds like I'd like the first half of that, but I don't know about, the second half of that, but I don't know about the first half. I don't deal with devil.
He wasn't that
I,
bad.
of course, mean Lord Strahd.
To be honest, I did get to pet Lord Strahd too. After he broke down.
Wait, he didn't take the gem, did he? No, we just gave that back. Never mind. What am I thinking? Alright, I'll just be quiet.
Okay, now move your maps here. You're probably going to see a bunch of map jumps. Okay. You put your tokens on here for you.
Okay, my internet cut off again.
So I can put your tokens on here on the map for you. You're kind of down here at the bottom. All right, did everyone find them?
Yes.
Yes. By the way, is that the fog that I guess kills you when you try to leave to the west of us?
Chokes you. It chokes you.
To the west. Yeah, it's kind of like a foggy effect going on. There is a road that leads to the west, but the map, so whoever did the map put a fog on it for effect. So the road here, it branches north and it climbs a rocky escarpment. It ends at a gatehouse built into a 20-foot high wall of stone reinforced with buttresses every 50 feet or so. The wall encloses a settlement on the side of a snow-dusted mountain spur. Beyond the wall, you see the tops of snow-covered pines and thin white wisps of smoke. The somber toll of a bell comes from a stone abbey that clings to the mountainside high above the settlement. The steady chime is inviting, a welcome change from the deathly silence and oppressive fog to which you have kind of grown accustomed to since being here. It's hard to tell at this distance, but there seems to be a switchback road clinging to the cliff that leads up from the walled settlement up to the abbey.
Alright, well, I guess we'll steer our wagon up here.
Shall we explore? Mwah.
I guess I'm driving the wagon since everyone else is running around on foot.
Okay. Kind of as you're getting closer up to the as you kind of go up the hill towards the town, the air kind of grows colder as you approach the walled area. Two square towers with peaked roofs flank a stone archway into which is set a pair of 12-foot tall iron-bound wooden doors. Carved into the arch above the door is a name, Krezek. The walls that extend from the gatehouse are 20 feet high. Atop the parapet, you see 4 figures wearing fur hats and clutching spears. They're watching you very nervously.
Alright, Serena's going to pull her cloak tightly about herself as she steers the wagon up here. Trying not to make herself very visible.
As you get closer, you notice that the doors in front of you are made of like thick wooden planks and bound with iron bands, and are sealed shut with a heavy wooden bar and iron brackets.
I have a question.
Mhm.
I still have the wolfish features from my revival, and I was
Yes.
wondering if I could disguise myself as somebody besides me. You know what I mean? Like change my appearance with it.
On your character, don't you have? Hold on, I'm looking at something. Your character here. I thought
You have the
had.
disguise self spell, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, you have disguise self spell.
I like where we're all a little bandit of freaks.
Okay, well, I would like to, if I could, I would like to disguise myself with this as an old woman as opposed to my beautiful young self.
Okay.
And by that I mean I would like to have a raggedy cloak on and, wrinkled skin and stuff so that I could kind of like be unnoticeable. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What?
Nondescript.
Wait,
Yes.
can elves even get prickly anode?
Can I what?
Can elves get prickly anode? Wrinkly, I
Well, she's a
guess.
half elf, isn't she? So
Oh,
Yeah.
ooh.
And
Okay. Just
I also can't remember how old I am.
well, you're old right now.
Well, obviously.
So you're here, and there's 4 people standing on top of the wall. 2 of them are archers. There's a male and female, and it looks like there appears to be 2 heavily armed guards as you approach.
well, since Minla is obviously the most venerable of us, I vote that she strikes up the conversation with them and let them know who we are and why we're here.
And why are we here again? Are we delivering wine?
Ah,
Yes, Grandma, we're here to deliver the wine.
Alright, so I'm going to go up to the guards.
Who goes there?
Excuse me. Me and my young friends here are here to deliver wine to the whispering to the side. Who are we delivering wine to?
just the city. Oh wait, I can't talk.
Yeah, they didn't really say who we were delivering it to, just to take it to this town, I guess. I presume that there's some tavern or inn here where such things are normally consumed.
Oh dear, oh dear. Kind sirs, we're here to deliver some wine, but I've forgotten who we're supposed to deliver it to. Can you help us?
The guards kind of look at each other, and they're kind of talking amongst themselves, and then one like runs off, and then after a short time you hear like the doors opening up. Where is it at? There it is. And a gentleman comes through the gates, and he introduces himself as the burgomaster, Dmitry Kreskov, and I'll put that name in chat for you.
Well, hello, sir. Oh, aren't you a fine young whippersnapper? We're here to deliver some wine, and I'm not sure who to deliver it to. Can you help us?
Why, yes, ma'am. That would have to go up probably to the abbot. He is in the abbey up on the hill. Well, welcome to my town, and I am glad that you are here. We welcome you to come in and explore around.
Aw, how sweet. Thank you so much. Come on, young'uns. We have wine to deliver. Whew.
So as you come through the gate, the mist shrouded village beyond the wall is nothing more than a scattering of humble wooden cottages along dirt roads that stretch between the stands of snow-dusted pine trees. So many trees, in fact, as to constitute a forest. To the northeast, gray cliffs rise sharply, and the road winding up to the abbey is easy to see from this vantage point. So it's a very wooded village and lots of small cottages around. And I don't know why I'm stuttering tonight. I'm sorry.
That's okay. So we can't see the abbey then, huh?
Well, you can see the abbey off in the distance, kind of like to the right of you.
All right. Well, people, now that we're in here, I think maybe we should drop the stuff at the abbey first and then explore. What do you guys think?
Works.
Yeah, I think let's drop off this wagon first, so we don't have to worry about anyone trying to tamper with the goods.
Yeah, but the right tool that helps. You're just passing these little cottages. You hear families inside, maybe. Some of them having dinner, some of them just talking among themselves. It's almost like, how can I explain it? Like log cabins just in the woods.
So it's almost like a settlement as opposed to a town.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. That's the word I'm looking for.
And Kreskov was the one we were actually meant to send it to, right? Now, after you mentioned the name,
Well, that was the burgomaster.
Yeah, Dimitri is the burgomaster of this village.
man, all this bending over and pretending to be old is killing my back.
But don't you normally walk on all fours?
What? Why would you say that?
Ow!
I have the face of a wolf, not the actual
Yeah,
body.
she's like, yeah.
Is that why you run so fast? Is because of your face?
No, I also have some of the natural abilities of the wolf too, like running 10 speed more than I used to.
So this road is kind of a winding road that hugs the cliff. It's about 10 feet wide and covered with loose gravel and chunks of broken rock. The ascent it's very slow to climb. This is very steep, and is not very safe. But as you go up, the air grows colder. It's going to go up about 400 feet.
I pick up a rock and put it to my ear. I miss Nuka. Is it speaking to me?
No, it says nothing at all. Oh, I meant to ask you, Minla, while you guys are walking. Did you read the description of the sun sword?
Not since we played last time. I did last time. It's got its own thought process and stuff like that, but I haven't read it since then.
Okay, so one of the things that I have found online, that a misconception is that basically it's a hilt of a sword in your hand. There's no blade, and when you want it to, it comes alive, and it's a sun blade that comes alive, and the blade emits light.
Okay.
Uda, kind of like a lightsaber. Yeah, that's a good way to explain it. It's like just like a handle of a sword. There's no actual physical metal blade. If that makes sense.
So it's actually pretty light then.
Yes, it's light.
No pun intended.
But yeah, it's just one of those things that I didn't realize when I was reading the description. And I looked at it more. I was like, oh, okay, that could be a misconception of how the sword is used. Okay, so you're trying to get right here. You just want to move here.
Yeah, can we fast forward up the hill?
There you go. So the road from the village climbs above the mist to the wide ledge on which the abbey is perched. A light dusting of snow covers the trees and the rocky earth. The gravel road passes between two small stone outbuildings to either side, which stretches a 5-foot high, 3-foot thick wall of jumbled stones held together with mortar. Blocking the road are iron gates, attached to the outbuildings by rusty hinges. They appear to be unlocked. Viewed through the gates, the stone abbey stands quiet. Its two wings are joined by a 15-foot high curtain wall. A belfry protrudes from the roof, top of the closer north wing, which also supports a chimney billowing gray smoke. Let me move your tokens to the map.
Okay, so I'm reading this thing and it says that the Sun Sword has a hearing of up to 60 feet. So is that like something like, for instance, if I wanted to go inside of a building and then pull out the Sun Sword, can I like see if the Sun Sword can hear anything or what?
Well, it's up to 60 feet, so it would be pretty close to like what you would hear in a sense.
Okay.
It's not like supersonic hearing or anything like that. It would be maybe if they could hear something magical that maybe you couldn't see with your eyes or something. Hey,
Okay.
leave my supersonic hearing alone, Serena. But yeah, it's not like it's not gonna actually like hear like down the hallway that you can't also hear.
Okay, thanks.
You're welcome.
Was there like a doorbell or any way for us to announce ourselves?
It seems like really quiet, like it's oddly quiet. Besides the billowing smoke, and you can look through the gates, you can see through them. You don't really see anything going on. It's just really calm and quiet.
Are there any animals nearby?
No.
Like no birds or anything? That's kind of weird.
Yeah, I'd say so.
Aren't we
Can
pretty
I-
high in elevation?
Yeah,
Your
Um,
wall's pretty high.
About
you'd
410
think
feet.
you'd think that the Abbey would be like would have animals surrounding it, you know, stuff that they take care of.
There you go. Much more accurate.
420.
All right. So yeah. So it's very calm and very quiet.
I'm gonna go to the gate and start like dinging on it, like prisoner style, like with a little mug, like scraping at the gate.
But wait, didn't she say they look to be opened already?
No, they look like they're unlocked.
It's pretty rude to walk in without asking for permission, so I'm just gonna scrape my mug.
You're right. It would be very rude. That I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, as you kind of bang tap or bang on the fence. It kind of moves a little bit and screeches really loudly. And there was two people sleeping on the other side that awakened to hear you. And these people are very, how can I explain it?
Suspicious.
One of
looking?
them, they're very short. One of them is about 4 feet tall, maybe about 5 feet tall. He squats instead of standing upright. He looks like a beardless dwarf with patches of donkey flesh covering his face and body. He has one human ear and one wolf ear, and a protruding wolf snout and fangs. His arms and hands, though, are human, but his legs are animal-like, and he has a donkey's tail. Let me show you a picture of what I'm talking about here.
Make sure you show your visible disgust.
I'm gonna say get out my swamp if I can.
Men was literally drawing steel on this guy. We can't see the picture
just
because it's behind the darkness.
There you go.
Here come the puns. I'm just trying to be polite.
The other gentleman, he's about 4 feet 7 inches tall. Oh, excuse me, her. The left side of her face and body is covered with lizard scales. The right is with tufts of gray wolf fur. Between these tufts is pale human skin. One of her eyes is that of a feline, and her fingers and hands resemble cat paws, with opposable thumbs. She's wearing a gray cloak with a black trim. They're very humanoid.
I'm gonna step
Okay.
forward and say, "Hi, I'm Globar. Who are you?"
She introduces herself as Zygfrek, and this is her companion Odo. Odo here doesn't speak common language, and that they rely on her to do this speaking. But we are mongrel folk, as we are called.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, dearie. I can't quite see you very well though, so I hope you'll forgive me. What was your name again?
I'll put him in chat.
Speak up, dearie. What was that?
So the female's name is Zygfrek Bellevue, and the one with the wolf ear is Odo Bellevue.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Ono and Zyger.
She looks over your shoulder and she realizes that you have the wagon with you. She asks you if this is wine meant for them.
Why, if you are the caretakers of the abbey, then I'm sure it is.
We're not the caretakers. We're merely the guards that watch the front gates. But we'd be happy to take you inside and get the caretaker, the abbot, for you.
Well, aren't you sweet? Could you please?
All right, let me get your view set up here for you. just try and make this bigger. A little quicker for you. Alright. As they lead you on down the road into the abbey over here. Did you get everybody? I did. Okay. So as you're coming through these double doors that they open for you to pull through, it's like a 15-foot high curtain wall that joins the abbey's two wings. Behind its battlements. Hold on, let's turn my mic. Okay, there we go. Behind its battlements, two guards stand at attention, their features obscured by fog. Below them, set into the wall, is a pair of 10-foot tall wooden doors reinforced with bands of steel. To the right of these doors, mounted on the wall, is a tarnished copper plaque. And as you're going through the doors that they open for you, you kind of make out the words that it says, "May her light cure all illness," on the plaque. And as you go through, you realize that the guards are just merely like scarecrows being held up by boards.
Okay. I'm gonna go up to one of the guards and well, hello, good sir. How are you doing? Isn't this a pleasant day? I've brought wine for the abbey.
You talking about the guards that are at the gate?
Yes, please say to the guards that are at the gate, pretend like you don't remember them.
Can I do like a magical check to see if I can feel anything out here that's like off? Cause to be honest, this doesn't feel right, guys.
If you had something like a detect magic skill or spell, then yes. So as you come in here, you pull up beside this well here. They are very excited that you have the wine, and she says that she'll be right back. She's going to get the abbot for you. I'm going to off to the side.
I can't remember what this GEAS does.
Basically, I'm pretty sure it's like you give somebody a quest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, that's why I picked it, because it was awesome.
Shortly after, a little bit, a man exits the building to your right, and he waves happily towards you, beckons you over.
Can we see his face?
And he's dressed in brown robes.
So that would be a no.
No. As you approach, you notice that he's a handsome young man. He's got like brown monk's robes, and has a nice posture. He introduces himself as the abbot of the abbey, and asks you to join him inside.
Well, hello, sir. It's
a pleasure to meet you. We would be happy to go inside, but I want to make sure that the wine cart is taken care of before we get any rest. It's only our duty.
He he looks at you and says, "Don't worry, the wine will be taken care of. Odo and I should remember the name of that.
Zygfreak.
Yes, we'll take care of it for us while we conversate inside. Please join
Okay,
us.
why
Join us
can't-
for please join us for refreshments and food.
Okay, why? I'm sorry. I'm trying to press this so I can read the instructions on this GEAS, but I can't get it to open. Is there some reason you guys think?
And it looks like the text for the spell hasn't been written in there, but I can pull it up.
Oh, so if I just put the GEAS on there, and instead of all right, hold. Thanks. Okay, sir, we will meet you inside in just a few minutes. I believe my friends have something to tell me. Nodding and winking to my friends.
Why, certainly. He walks
Jesus.
inside. He seems very very friendly.
Okay, guys. Should we like talk about this before we go barging into a place we've never been? Maybe a few of us should go in first. As Uda walks in the door. Okay. Anybody else have any idea?
You mean like splitting the party?
I'm sorry, girl. You was cutting out on me.
I'm sorry. You mean like splitting the party?
No, not splitting, just like leaving the door open and having one or two people step inside to make sure the coast is clear, so that we don't all get in and they like slam the door on us or something.
Yes, that way if they slam the door, they'll only have two of us separated from the other two. I say we stick together. But let's just get this over with as quickly as possible and get out of here.
Okay, well, I just figured, not to negate your logic, but if two of us are on the outside, they wouldn't be able to slam it from the outside. So let's do it.
Are those birds? Where are the birds?
Uda's just gonna walk in. He's tired of waiting inside. It's cold.
Well, are you guys coming or not?
So as you enter the main hall here, gentle sounding music trickles down from above, played on a single stringed instrument by some unseen master. The ground floor is one large 50-foot square room with arched leaded glass windows. A cauldron sits on an ironback rack above a fire in a hearth, while above the fireplace mantel hangs a golden disc engraved with the sun the symbol of the sun. In one corner, a wooden staircase climbs to the upper level, while in another corner, a stone staircase descends into darkness. Several chairs surrounded a wooden table that stretches nearly the length of the room. Wooden dishware and gold candelabras are neatly arranged on the table. Standing behind, which is a young woman with alabaster skin, dressed in a torn and soiled red gown. Her auburn hair is neatly bundled so as not to touch her soft shoulders. She seems lost in her own thoughts.
Okay, well, I'm gonna walk over to the, well, to both of them, I guess, since they're pretty close together, right?
Yes.
Good evening.
Do you guys hear music at all?
How are you?
No.
That's so weird.
I can see what's supposed to be playing, but I can't hear it.
I can hear it, but I can't turn it down. I mean, I turned it down, but it's still going high.
That's so weird. Yeah, there's supposed to be music with the crowing sound. All I hear is a crowing sound.
Oh, I see. It's playing on my computer, not on my phone, which is what I'm on this on. Hold I think you can turn it down in settings, guys. I don't know.
There we go. I found some music. So maybe it's gonna play now. It's very frustrating. I changed this music thing on Roll20. It's very frustrating. Okay.
Well, good evening, dearie, and how are you today? It was so wonderful for your friend the monk to allow us to come in for something to drink and eat.
She seems to be the woman. I'm gonna put her name in chat real quick here. I'm just gonna call her boss. She is how can I explain this? As you get closer to talk to her, she has very soft, white-looking skin. But you see, like, seams in her skin where body parts have been stolen and sewn together. Like she's a stitched together person. They have been approached as you approach. Abbott smiles and grabs her by the hand and says, "Ah, yes, Voss is my finest creation. She is being trained in the finer etiquette of dining tonight, as she's going to be the next bride for Strahd."
Well, isn't that sweet? I absolutely love straws. Is that what we're having for dinner?
He reaches out and touches your arm, and you feel like a surge of great power comes through your body, and he smiles and looks at you as he notices something that's different about you. And he says, "Here, my dear, have a seat. Let's enjoy our food."
Oh, no, thank you. I must make sure my party eats first. As I draw away and usher the rest of my party to sit at the other end of the table. Come now.
Serena does not
So
sit.
So he ushers Voss over to sit at the table, and she moves kind of like very like robotic moving. Like she's definitely like a Frankenstein.
Is this Victor?
Do I?
Is this guy's name Victor?
No. Just remember.
Pardon me, kind sir, but is there a place where I can refresh myself? I am old and I have specific needs.
He looks at you and smiles as if he can see through your illusion of an old woman. And he says, you may go ahead and explore the Abbey if you are in need of something. You are welcome here.
Serena, my dear, could you lead me to the restroom, lavatory, outhouse?
I have no idea why you would think I would know where that is.
Wink, wink, Serena. I'm sure you're young and can find it better than I. Wait a second. Hey, Karma.
Yes.
I have a question. So this young woman here,
Voss, yes.
she's basically a zombie, right?
Zombie's not the right word, because zombies like want to eat brains, they're aggressive. She is like a stitched together person, like a giant doll. Like a Frankenstein.
If I wanted to use this GEAS, this geese thing on her, could I?
I'm looking up your answer right now.
Okay.
I mean, I think the main thing is that she has to be susceptible to being charmed, and
Yes.
so like not immune to charm, and then also be able to understand what you're telling them.
Exactly. But like, if she
Correct.
understands me, I'm just thinking if she's more like a doll, then she can understand what I'm. Well, no, she doesn't have to understand what I'm telling her, because it says, if they understand me and they can understand me, then they actually can roll to save themselves. Oh, wait a minute.
You
Huh?
are welcome to cast that on her and find out. I can't tell you the answer to that unless you actually do it.
Okay. So if I try and cast it on her, will the monk know?
That's an arcana check.
Yeah, you would have to cast it and find out. But you can cast it. You can try casting on her.
What do you guys think? Or, well, I guess I can't ask because I'm thinking about doing this myself, right?
So okay, can we have a point of order here? What are we doing in here? What is our goal in this place? Are we going to we want to gather information and receive some sort of payment for bringing the wine here, right?
Exactly, but I can't. Am I allowed to tell you what my goal is? Because technically, you can't hear me speaking.
Okay, I think that like we can reasonably say like because I feel like we've lost whatever we came here to do, and like we're just sort of drifting here aimlessly. So
Okay, well, I'll tell you what I'm thinking, but your character can't, like, know this, okay? Basically, when I heard him say she's going to be a bride for Strahd, that immediately got me thinking that this abbey was like a place of worship for him. And I was thinking, my thought in using this is, if this monk guy who seems to be able to see through me starts attacking, I want to be able to control her and tell her to grab him so we can get out. It's basically my thought.
Okay, so we know Strahd already has a bride.
Exactly, but remember what he just said? She's the next bride for Strahd? Which to my notion means that he's a worshiper of Strahd.
Yeah, it certainly sounds that way. Or he's trying to curry some favor with the Lord of these lands.
So I would like to just get in and get out if we could without a fight, but if it comes to that, I'm thinking we need some sort of protection. And you know what? Wait, who am I talking to again? Serena?
Yes.
Okay, you know, I have this message cantrip spell, and I basically think that means I can tell a message to you without actually speaking to you, so
You have to speak the message. It's just that you could tell me a message if I was not in the room with
well, can I whisper it to you and then you be like, hear it in your ear then?
you. That's up to Karma.
Karma?
I think you're making it harder than it needs to be. But it's your choice. You can do that.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't care. I was just thinking I could tell her literally what I just told her is what I would message to her.
Yeah, but okay, so you all are allowed to, like, discuss what you want to do and then say, this is what I want to do. It's not like you can't talk to each other and kind of form a plan of what you guys want to do. You don't have to, like, cast a spell or send a secret message by pigeon or anything to say, hey, this is what I want to do, and I'm going to send a message to you. It's
Okay,
not going to assume that you guys are all going to talk and figure out what you're going to do.
Alright, then I know that we're in the room, as characters we're actually in the room with the guy, so I didn't want to...
I'm only going to
So
assume
what
that
do you-
you're saying it if you say, hey, I'm saying this. I'm just going to sit here and be quiet and let you guys figure out what you're going to do, and then I'll let you guys tell me what you're actually going to do, then what happens.
Alright, though, then what do you guys think? Do you think I should go ahead and cast that spell on her, or what?
No, I don't think that you should try to charm Frankenlady. I think that we should continue the conversation and bring up the fact that we saw Strahd just earlier today. Let's talk about the bride thing because he intends to marry Irina, which will probably anger this person because he wants Frankenbride to marry Strahd and not Irina for whatever reason. He's probably getting something out of it. You know, I guess he gets to be father-in-law to Lord Strahd or something. So, you know, maybe we can get him to help us, because if we can get Irina away from Strahd, then he's free to marry Frankenbride now, right? So
I will have that. I'm all for it, but you might want to come to the table, or he'll think you're rude.
I don't care if he thinks that Serena's rude. Serena is very uncomfortable being at this abbey.
There you go. That's the music you hear coming from down the stairs. I got to work. I had to reset it.
So he said we're free to explore. So can I go downstairs?
Sure, you can explore out where you want to.
Oh heck
He
yeah!
has.
Are we
He's
gonna
basically kind of
split
giving
the
you
group
like
then?
free reign of the abbot, of the abbey. I mean, you can talk to him. You can. Everything here seems very friendly.
I'm actually
Okay,
gonna
well-
wait. I'm not gonna go down there.
Okay, I was literally fixing to follow you, Uda. I was gonna let Serena have her talk while I went with you.
I'm gonna wait for Serena to have her talk.
Okay. Well, I'm going then. Okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with the hooded cultist-looking guy here in his brown
The abbot?
robes of glory. Yes. So you mentioned that your friend here was to be Strahd's next bride, but I've actually just spoken with Lord Strahd recently, and he intends to marry a woman named Irina.
He seems kind of taken back by what you said, and this is impossible. I have constructed the perfect bride for him. He will change his mind when he meets Voss.
Oh, I'm certain that he will. I truly marvel that she is. But perhaps it would be to our advantage to remove from him his current object of affection, so that his heart may more freely come to love another.
I don't feel like Irina, the person that I'm using the name, but Irina is a threat to Voss. Once he meets Voss and sees all of her fine etiquette and how womanly she is, he will forget about her.
Oh gosh, I sure hope you're right.
Serena, can I say something too while you're talking to him?
Well, I'm not gonna stop you.
Yes, but you know, young love, many times it blinds you to the true nature of what needs to be done and who you really belong with. Why, I myself had to be shown that I was supposed to be with my husband. I was young and foolish, and things happen.
Why, my dear, you don't seem to be as old as you put on to be.
Perhaps not, but this helps me stay away from the unsavory type. Of course, I suppose here in the Abbey, I would be safe with you.
Yes, well, everyone is safe here. Maybe you could help teach Voss how to dance. Do you know how to dance?
That's a good question. Actually, I do. I'm just gonna go back to my old voice, okay, guys, and I put on my old face since apparently he's done seeing me through me. Why, certainly I know how to dance. I'm not sure, though, that we have enough time for more than one lesson.
She's a very quick learner. She is. What do you think everyone's the same here? She is a very quick learner. She is quite the lady. With that, he looks at her and tells Voss to get up, and someone's going to teach her how to dance.
Perhaps we should start with the waltz, something a little bit slower.
As you take her hands to do your waltz, you feel like she's very she looks very soft and stuff, and her skin is exquisitely soft, like clouds. But you can see that she's very, by fine detail, she's very stitched together. As she kind of moves with you, she's not very smooth.
Grumbling under my breath, maybe you could put some wheels on her feet.
Jesus.
Wow.
Yeah, no, let's leave Mendla here to dance.
I'm okay with that.
I feel like I should just do one round with her and then ask the abbot to try it with her.
Why, certainly. And he takes over the dance.
And does he know how to dance well?
He's doing pretty good. He is the
dancing
abbot,
like
of course.
Lorena.
Maybe a little bump and grind, I don't know.
Alright, looks like we're going to explore downstairs.
Okay, are you going downstairs or upstairs? The music is coming from upstairs, if that's what you're chasing.
Yeah, I'm chasing the music.
Okay, can I come upstairs too with you guys, or should I stay down here?
No, you're gonna stay with them. Alright, let me change the maps to the upstairs one.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's it, Vaz. You're doing beautiful.
So it's a waltz.
No, don't step on his foot. You're supposed to be going backwards, not forwards.
Does she have 2 left feet?
Probably. Literally. Okay, so what's going on?
I'm doing change your maps. I was moving your tokens over.
Oh, okay. It's like I was wondering why my token.
So as you go up the stairs, it climbs about 20 feet to a loft with a pitched roof and a door in the center of the south wall. Unlit lanterns hang from the rafters, and a rope dangles from a bronze bell lodged in the belfry 30 feet overhead. The room is filled with the sound of beautiful music, a melody so enchanting that it adds a bit of much-needed warmth to the otherwise freezing room. A black shroud covers a humanoid shape lying on a wooden table. The music does nothing to stir it. A cot heaped with furs rests in the northeast corner, surrounded by empty wine bottles. An oil lamp burns atop a table nearby, silhouetting a squat creature that has 2 heads. It sits on the edge of the cot with a vial between its legs. With a crustacean claw-like appendage, it grasps the neck of the instrument while running a bow gently across its strings with a human hand. There you go, make him big so you can see him. his picture. He's huge!
It has a baby head and a lobster claw.
He's about 4 feet 7 inches tall. And his right head is like a fully formed head. Let's see. The right head is fully formed and combines the features of a patchy-haired man with those of a goat, complete with stubby horns. His left head is about half the normal size and has a soft baby face, partly covered with crocodile hide. He has a crab features in place of his left hand, and a bare paw where his right foot should be. He's wearing like monk robes and a belt made of rope.
I'm gonna push Serena towards this man, and I tell her to deal with it. Pretty much.
Alright, make a strength check.
Wait, what? It's just a little push. It's not like a push. But I'll do it if you want to.
Oh, she's totally resisting you, so if you want to push her, you're gonna have to beat her in a check.
Yes.
I think he won that one.
Okay, I'm not here, right?
Yes, you are here.
I thought I was dancing.
No, the abbot
you
took over.
handed her off to the abbot.
Oh, I thought you told me I had to stay downstairs. Okay.
Alright, well, Serena is going to say in Infernal, sorry, my friend's a bit rude.
You said it infernal?
Yes.
And he looks over at you and very drunkenly he says, I'm the minstrel.
Continuing to speak in Infernal, Serena says, hello, I'm Serena.
Very sorry, I don't seem to understand what you're saying.
She shrugs and walks away.
I would like to make indications that some kind of hand movements to tell him I would like to know who is under the shroud.
He kind of waves his hand at it.
Okay, well I'm gonna take that as a invitation to lift up the shroud and look. So do I need a roll to see that, or?
No, beneath the shroud lies a creature made of stitched together body parts.
Oh goodness.
You look closer at it and you recognize some of the body parts as your own.
Wait, as my own body parts?
Yes.
Wait, what? Okay, now I'm really freaked out. Guys? Come look at this.
That's okay.
It's okay? What do you mean it's okay?
No, it's okay, I don't want to look. It's none of my business.
I think we should go back downstairs. It was nice meeting you. Goodbye. This is me leaving. Are you guys coming?
Alright, Bobard and Uda, I cannot hear you if you're talking.
No, I'm not talking.
Alright, so, okay. Bobar said just a second. Are we leaving? Is that what we're doing?
I guess so. Could I try to never mind.
Yeah?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes.
Uda's gonna make his way downstairs.
Okay, you're downstairs now. Yeah, I did.
We're just walking around while the other two dance.
Yeah,
As
I'm
you
gonna
as you
say
come
it's time
downstairs,
to
you
go.
notice that he is like at the table now, teaching her how to like table manners, like how to hold a fork.
Guys, I think we should ask for our payment and get out of here. Unless Serena has some other idea about convincing him to steal away. What's her name again?
Irina?
Yeah.
There's still more places in this abbey that we haven't looked at, so I would like to explore before we leave. Even though Serena herself is very uncomfortable.
I mean, I just saw my body parts, which probably weren't my real body parts, but my body parts stitched together in this corpse. So I'm not very interested in really doing a lot more exploring, although I'll go with you guys if I must.
I mean, clearly I can see your body parts are still attached to your body, so you must have been mistaken.
Well, if you had gone over to see what I saw, but whatever. Let's just get this over with. Where are we going next? I'll follow your lead.
Okay, so where we go?
Downstairs.
Okay. If you move over to the right of the map, this is the downstairs room. These stone steps descend. Do it.
Nothing. You can continue.
These stone steps descend about 20 feet to a cellar that contains a bunch of barrels of wine, an L-shaped wooden rack packed with wine bottles. You notice some of the barrels and stuff here are ones that you brought in from the wine place and have been put here.
Well, here's your chance to get some wine, Mendla, unless you're scared.
Menla might, but I
Listen, I still remember the last time I opened a crate. I don't know if I want to go near these ones.
If Nika were here, she would take all of this wine.
I'm gonna take some.
Okay, you've convinced me. Let's open the wine bottles in the middle. I mean the wine barrel. One of the wine barrels in the middle. I would like to open a wine barrel.
You probably open the wine barrel and there's nothing but there's wine in it. On the outside of it, it says it has a label on it for the Wizard of Wines, and the words purple grape mash number 3.
Okay, I stick my hand in and get a scoop and taste it.
It tastes like probably one of the cheapest wines you've tasted.
I sputter and spit it out back into the barrel and then put the lid back on.
You spit it back into the barrel?
Yeah, it was kind of like one of those stick in my mouth and go, oh, this is gross, you know?
Okay.
Uda's gonna go
So I
towards.
start examining the wine. I'm assuming those are wine bottles in that little rack.
Yes. And what do you say, Uda?
I'm gonna go to the
I'm just
bottles of
pulling
wine.
out
Just
one or
take
two
one,
every
put it in my bag.
every other row and just looking at them.
Hey, Ben, can you give Uda a chance to talk, please? What are you saying, Uda?
I'm just gonna grab a bottle of wine and put it in my bag.
Right, the bottle that you put in your bag, it has the label Red Dragon Crush.
Exactly.
Alright, Ben, what you say now?
Oh, I wasn't sure who was going on and what was going on.
Alright, well, I'm going to quickly investigate around the room to see if there's like anything hidden. Clearly there is not.
Now, coming down the stairs, you hear the music playing again.
Well, I would like to take one of the bottles off the shelf and read it. So,
It says Red Dragon Crush.
oh, were you talking to me a minute ago when you said that?
Now,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pull the lid off and take just the tiniest taste of it.
it's really good.
I grab 2 or 3 bottles and stick them in my bag. One for Nuka, of course, when she returns.
Alright, well,
Uda, off to the right of the bottle you grabbed, you see a bottle with no stopper in it.
All right, I pick it up and turn
That's
it
Uda.
upside down.
Could I
Oh, okay.
inspect the bottle?
If you pull the bottle, you look at it. It says Champagne de la Stomp.
Are there any bottles?
Inside.
Sorry.
Inside, you see like a rolled up piece of paper.
I'd like to take the piece of paper out.
You open it up. you take the piece of paper out, and you notice that some of the words from your knowledge of Arcana, it's a scroll of Hero's Feast.
Hero's Feast?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna put it in my bag.
Okay.
Is there any other bottles with the same name as this one?
All the rest of them seem to look the same.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. What are you gonna do now?
I'm just gonna go back upstairs.
Well, I'm gonna go back upstairs.
Okay. All right, what are we doing, people?
All right. I am interested in, if I can scroll the map here. I want to explore some of these other areas. There. And way up here. If anyone has any input, please feel free.
I'm just following the whole group right now.
Well, I mean, I'm just gonna follow you so we don't get mixed up. Like I said, I'm not really interested in exploring. I'm just watching y'all's back.
All right, let me get that page here. Let's see. Okay, kind of like out here in this area right here, you see kind of like chicken sheds, and each one is fitted with an iron padlock.
It's a what?
Chicken shed.
Can I see chickens inside of it, or who padlocks chickens in? That's just crazy. It can't be a coop.
You can't really see inside. It's dark.
Um. Well, can anybody open this lock? No.
That'd be a negative.
All right.
I mean,
Well, let's go up here.
I can try, but I'm a noble, so I don't really have any lockpicking skills. Would that be considered sleight of hand? Could I try that?
No, it's not in here. It's like you can pickpocket somebody. There's an actual skill called pickpocket. Not pickpocket, but lockpicks. So as you approach this other area, there's these iron posts. The creature chained to this post flaps its leathery wings and takes to the air, but doesn't get far before its chains go taut, as she flutters about madly, screaming nonsense.
Can you describe this creature more other than a thing that has wings?
It's a humanoid figure with about 4 feet tall, long, stringy black hair, hides most of her face. But clearly, there's visible spider mandibles and teeth that replace her human mouth. She has the arms and wings of a bat, as well as a cloven hoof in her place of her right foot.
Ooh.
I greet her.
She looks at you and acknowledges that you are talking to her, but it's like she doesn't speak, but makes noises.
So does it look like she looks like she can understand us then?
She can hear us. I don't know if we can tell if she understands us or not.
So I would like to ask her if she would like to be free.
She just stares at you.
Awesome.
Is this a building? Can I go inside of it?
It is a building, yes. Now, this room, it used to be kind of like an office, as evidenced by the remains of a desk and a chair. Both of these which have been smashed to pieces. A hallway to the south leads to a staircase going up. A dark passage to the east is full of unnatural whispers, mad laughter, and bestial odors.
Alright, well, I'm going to sort of peer down the hallway cautiously.
Tucked in the hall, kind of peeking on the corner. It's kind of gloomy, but you can make out a monstrous shape lumbering down the hall.
Alright, I want to sneak across to the other side of the hall.
Can I sneak with her? Do I have to make a stealth roll?
Yes, you make a stealth roll if you want to sneak.
I snuck better than she did. Boo boo. Hey Serena, are we going upstairs? Or is
Alright,
that
go down,
downstairs?
Glomar, what are you doing?
I'm also gonna sneak over there. Can I stumble?
Clump, clump, clump.
There you go. The creature.
I mean, they may not even
um,
care that we're here, right? Like, just because I
What?
snuck doesn't mean it's a bad thing to get seen.
I know, I just assumed that we would sneak downstairs and try and avoid this big lunk of a person.
And as you're going past the hallway, you trip and kind of make a little oof noise as you fall and catch yourself. And you can tell that the figure at the hall kind of grunts and looks in your direction.
Can I wave at him?
Sure, if you want to.
Yeah, I'll get a nicest wave I can do. Like the queen waving at the crowd. You know, one of those.
Okay. He kind of makes like a groaning noise and moves closer. And as he moves closer, okay, it's fine. Until he's about 7 feet tall, and it's just a weird, ensemble of different human body parts. It's kind of terrifying looking.
Could I do an investigation check to see if he has any malintent coming towards
Any
me?
what? His grunts are not very friendly like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if I should kill him.
Jesus, well, we can at least get a little bit of action here. If I was playing a good character, I probably would have started killing people already, because these people are like obviously abominations. And where do they get all the body parts from? But this is none of Serena's business.
Yeah, I'm gonna cut myself like the emo I am, and cast not shatter, but scorching ray at him.
Okay. Your ray bursts forth from your hands and hits him solid in the chest. Right in. All right, everyone, roll for initiative.
Oh no, Una gets 2 more rays.
All right, your second ray. Your second one was a hit. Your third one is a miss.
Yes.
Globar, can you re-roll for me, please? I changed it to the
Test.
14, which was your. I hear you.
Can
Which
you
was
hear
your
me?
first, yes. The 14 was your
God.
first one. All right, the golem kind of in the hallway is definitely very upset. So he trudges forward at you. Serena, it's your go.
Alright, can I see him from here?
Yes, I'll say yes.
Alright, and since I was sneaking, can I have advantage on my attack roll?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. Okay, they're both hits. So pick your poison. 14. Globar, it's your go.
I pull Ura like backwards, so we kind of switch places.
I don't know how I feel about being manhandled like this.
You'll get used to it.
What?
That's right.
That was my movement, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so that ends my turn.
Okay. Ninla, it's your go.
Alright, I'm just trying to figure out what to do. Well, I think I'm gonna get my sun blade out and use it. If I can do that, will I be close enough to him?
Well, you can pull it out.
I'm gonna move. I'm gonna move right here and then pull it out.
As you pull it out, in the sort of text that you want it to actually use it, a bright white light bursts forth from the sword. A blinding light, bouncing off the walls.
Awesome. But I can't actually use it because I'm not close enough, right?
Correct.
Okay, well, I moved and I did mine, so my turn's up.
All right, Uda.
I don't really know what to do because I can't see him where I'm standing at, right?
Correct. You were manhandled by the dwarf.
I was, and it's gonna scar me for the rest of my life. I'm just gonna cheer on Glowbar.
All right.
Yeah, thank you.
It's muffled cheering, though, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit of with my thumbs up.
Read my rules here. Let's see. So it moves closer, and Glowbar reaches out with his arms and slams down his arms on top of you for 10 damage. Serena, it's your go. Five. Five. All right, Glowbar.
I'm gonna stab the guy. That's a hit.
Yes, it's a hit. Nice, we're good.
He's still standing.
Yes, Minla, it's your go.
Alrighty then. So can I reach him now that he's this close?
Yes, you can.
Alright, swing my sun sword at him.
Okay.
And then can I do a cantrip as my movement or no?
No, but you still need to roll for damage for your sun sword.
Oh, okay.
Whether or not you could still use a cantrip actually depends on what spell it is. If it's something that I don't know if there's any cantrips you can use as bonus actions, but if you have a spell that you can use as a bonus action, you could conceivably still use it.
Well, I have this true strike, and I know that if I like point my finger at something or something like that, then the next hit at it like gives me an extra bonus.
No, the casting time on True Strike is one action, so you would have to do that instead of attacking.
Oh, okay. Well, then never mind.
All right, Uda, it's your go.
So I can see this man, right?
Yes, you can now see him.
Okay. I stopped cheering for Glowbar. And
Aw.
Okay.
I
You put the
firebolt
pom poms away. Okay.
the big man.
The firebolt goes forth and hits him in the chest again, and it does 6 damage.
Flesh Golem tanky.
All right. Let's see. Flesh Golem. He's very hurt by the fire, and comes smashing down on top of Glowbar. But none of his slamming down does any damage to you at all.
He bounces off of the door.
Serena, it's your go. Nice. It's definitely a nice solid hit. All right, Glowbar, it's your go again.
I'm also gonna do an extra attack.
Okay. Both those a nice solid stab with your spear. Then let you go.
Alright, I'm gonna swing my sun sword again.
Hey, Glowbar, check your hit points. I think I took the hit points off of you and not the monster. Did I take off the wrong person?
Oh yeah.
Sorry about that. Put it back to what they were.
It's fine.
Okay, is that 15 a hit or is that too low?
It's a nice solid hit with your sun sword. It scorches his skin for 11 damage.
Wow, last time I hit 22 and only got 7 damage.
You need some new dice. Right, Uda, it's your go.
Come on, Uda. Let's get him before he can get us.
Is that a hit?
That is.
Ooh.
He falls to the ground in kind of a lifeless form on the ground.
Can I inspect his body?
You inspect his body. It's just a mess of just different types of body parts and different, like you can tell by like different types of colored skin, and you can see the stitches in his skin holding it all together.
Is he wearing any clothes?
He's wearing tattered pants.
Search the pockets.
I put my hands in the pockets.
Is that your boyfriend?
Oh my people. This is on Twitch now. There's nothing in the pockets.
So
I feel
nothing.
pretty convinced we should probably destroy the body if for no other reason that Karma has left the token on the board, which leads me to believe that it's not really done yet. Because
Sounds
she
good to
never
me.
leaves the token.
Maybe my sword can help, or maybe a fireball.
Can I burn him? Like sacrificially?
Or we could just separate his legs from him.
Jeez, people. You set the body on fire and he's a pile of ashes now.
Can I scoop
No,
up
it's
the ashes?
horrible.
I must say though that you guys are made for the Ravenloft setting, I tell you.
Alright, I want to go down this hallway and investigate.
Okay, down this hallway there's several different doors that line the hallway. And behind each door you can kind of hear just different sounds.
Ooh, let's go to the one all the way at the very end.
Can we see into the cells?
No, they're just kind of like solid wooden doors.
Do they sound like people or animals or what?
You hear voices.
Alright, I'm gonna open a cell. Pick one at random.
Which one you want to
Do any of them sound like voices that I can tell, like, okay, this one sounds like voices?
do? Well, from where you're standing at, the doors inside of you sound like voices.
Alright, then I open the one next to me.
Okay.
I did not like that.
Alright, this room is just you kind of push it open a little bit. It's just packed wall to wall with mongrels wallowing in their own filth, and the floor is kind of strewn with gnawed bones.
I'm sorry, would you say nod girls? What is that?
Gnawed bones, like been gnawed on, like a animal.
But there's nothing in here?
Yes, there is something in here. There is mongrels, like different creatures that have been put together by different parts.
Okay.
In fact, it's like so packed that from what you can see, you can count there's about 16 of them in here.
Okay, close the door. I kind of want to just go down to each door and kind of peek in, sort of like what I did there, and see if there's any of these with like an intact person, or if it's just all monstrosity.
Well, holler if you need any help.
Which one you want to do first? You want to go down the right side of the wall, I guess, first?
Yeah.
Okay, the next door you approach, it's you kind of hear like some singing coming from the door. You open the door and there's 8 mongrels. It's like a bed chamber, and they're singing a little rhyme. And one of them holds up a glittering gold statue as it leads the mad parade. And they're kind of just 8 of them. They're just kind of like dancing like in a circle and following each other. Like, from what you can tell with what they're saying is they're singing. The devil dwells in his dark house upon the misty pillar. First he'll taste her sweet, sweet blood, and then he'll have to kill her.
Kinky.
Do you close this door?
Yes.
All right. The next door you come up to is you can open the door and it's in this room. It contains a fort. It's made out of piled bits of shattered furniture and torn draperies. From within the fort, you hear kind of a mischievous cackle.
I'm sorry, what do I see?
You see a fort. Like someone built a fort in the room. You hear a cackle coming from within the.
Okay, this whole place is like, there's nothing redeeming. What do y'all want to do?
Well, I mean, we've already started. You might as well go through the rest of the doors. And again, like I said, I'm ready to leave when you guys are.
All right, on to the next door.
Next door you open, it has like 9 mongrel type creatures. They stand in the middle of the room, staring at the doorway in silence with hungry looks in their eyes. They look like they've been fed in a while.
All right, let's go check out upstairs.
Did we not open the very door at the door at the very end?
Nope, I'm skipping it.
Oh, come on! Can I open it?
Which door are you talking about? You open the door and it leads outside.
Is that a garden I see? Or...
Yeah, it's kind of like a garden that's in front of you.
All right, now we can go.
Is Minla just like releasing light everywhere she goes?
As long as she's got that sword out, yeah, she is.
Oh.
Is somebody talking that I can't hear?
I don't know. Did you hear me talk or did you hear Uda talk?
Okay, I think Uda is. I think I'm missing Uda. Hold on.
Hello?
Somehow I got you on local mute, Uda. So ever since probably before the wine cellar, I haven't been hearing you. So every time
I've
she
been
talks to you, I'm
wondering.
like, Uda didn't say anything.
I was wondering why you kept talking over him. I was just like, okay, just scratching my head.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. It adds a little bit of a role play due to the fact I am mute.
Yeah, I guess that would be fun. Kind of funny, huh? I did.
So are we going? We going upstairs?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Give me just a second to move your tokens. All right. You're kind of in the middle, bottom part of the map there. As you come up the stairs, there's a wooden counter shaped like an L. It stands at the front of the spacious office. All the other furniture has rotted away, leaving heaps of moldy wood and faded cloth.
Are these doors to the left and right of us?
Yes, they are.
Could I get a little peek?
A little peek. Here.
Yeah. I'm gonna.
You can open the door.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
You open a door into it's like kind of a spacious chamber. It contains bed frames made of iron. They're arranged in two very neat and very organized rows. Cobwebs and bits of rotten mattress cling to each frame. 3 doors are spaced along the south wall, each with a plaque mounted on it. From west to east, the plaques read operating room, nursery, and morgue.
I'm gonna signal the other guys to check this out.
Yes, I'm very interested.
I'm gonna lay down on
Nursery
the bed.
first.
Sorry. I'm gonna check the beds. I'm gonna ruffle through each of the beds to make sure there's nothing in.
As you come up to the beds and you begin to ruffle them, kind of the shadows around the bed kind of take a shape and push you down onto one of the beds and is holding you there.
Oh, come on! Help!
What took a hold of her?
A shadow, I guess. How am I always getting into these scrapes?
So as the shadows they come alive and kind of humanly kind of forms and they move into attack. Vendla is being pinned down by one of them held onto the bed as she screams.
Ah!
There you go. Everyone roll for initiative. Alright, you're the trigger.
I'm gonna move over here.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hurt myself like the emo I am and cast lightning bolt, which creates a straight line of lightning from me, and I'm gonna shoot it this direction. Or that's not the thing I wanted. This direction.
Okay.
And due to being evocation, I could Glowbar is not affected by it due to me being in the school of evocation.
School of what?
Evocation.
Yeah, it's basically he can choose that someone doesn't get hit by a certain like the spell he's casting.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Okay.
When it says 8d6, is that 8 six-sided dice?
Yes.
Yes. So each side dice. That's a lightning damage on a failed save. And if the creature passes the save, then it takes half as much damage. So you have to actually cast a spell now.
I clicked spell cast, and this is what appeared, but I tried again.
No. Okay, so we know what line it's going through, right? So it's hitting these three things.
Yes.
Karma, now you make a DC save for them, a Dex save. And Uda, what's your
What's my what?
when you look at your spells and at the top it'll tell you what number she needs to beat.
Oh, 14.
There you go. That's what's. Okay, so the back two saved, and the front one did not save. So now you know the damage.
8d6s. Do you want me to roll those by hand?
Yeah, just
do
type in backslash R.
8d6.
Yeah. There you go. All right, hold on. For some reason, it's taking the damage off of each creature as I type it.
Did you just put the same token down a bunch of times?
No, I'll make sure I didn't do that this time. 1 second. Let me just. All right, so let me go back up here. So your lightning, it passes through the shadows, and as it passes through the shadows, it hits one, kind of annihilates it, kind of disperses it. But as it crosses over each of the beds here, like this one, this whole wall right here, it catches the bedding on fire.
Oof.
All right, Glowbar, go.
Okay. I'm gonna move first. Mentalize health down, right? So I'm gonna try to hit the shadow that is holding Mentala down. Yes.
Okay, you stab the shadow with your spear. It doesn't really feel like you hit anything, but you can tell that you did damage to the shadow, since it doesn't really have a
That's good.
solid form.
I'm gonna hit again.
Okay, both good solid hit.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, am I still being held down by this thing?
Is Karma talking?
I haven't heard anybody
Oh,
talk.
there we go. I'm sorry, I was pressing the wrong button. I thought I was talking to you. No, Minla, yes, it is pulling you down.
So, am I allowed? Like, do I have enough room to pull out my stone sword, or should I try something smaller like my dagger?
It's kind of holding you down by your shoulders, so your arms are kind of free.
All right. Well, then if I've got room, I'm gonna pull out my stone sword and like, as I pull it out, just kind of like swipe it across the stomach area of like my stomach area, you know, in the air above.
Okay. As you pull the sword, the hilt from your pack from your side, and the sword comes alive with blazing white light, and the shadow above you just dissipates into the air.
Awesome. I'm free. I'm not gonna move anywhere though. I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. Let's see the shadows. The shadow that's right next to you, to your right, Minla, it reaches forth and it hits you for 11 damage.
Ow.
Also, you feel like your strength, like you feel weaker, and your strength has been reduced by 1 as a temporary.
Okay, so do I need to actually change that?
What I would do is keep note of what your strength is, and change your strength so it changes your bonuses and stuff. After you do a short rest or a long rest, it'll go back to what it was.
Oh, that's awesome, considering my strength is a -1 right now. Oh, I mean negative.
And Globar, the one next to you, to your left, just it misses you. Serena, it's your go.
Okay, the one that is in between Uda and I'm going to.
Okay, let's see. So you have a 5 session damage.
And it's still alive?
Yes.
Alright, I'll make a second attack.
All right, it's very badly wounded. Uda, you go.
I like to cast Firebolt at the
Okay.
one next to me.
You have advantage, by the way, because we're flanking it.
Does that mean I roll it twice? Because I
It-
don't like it.
Yeah, you roll it twice, but that's a hit.
Yeah, but his second roll could have been a crit.
Doesn't matter. It's dead.
You only had 1 hit point left. I wasn't worried about it. All right, Globar, you go.
Alright, I'm gonna move. And is that a miss?
Yes, it is a miss.
I'll try again.
That'll do it. It dissipates into the air. There we go. I had the music turn all the way down. All those shadows have been defeated.
Alright, I want to look in the nursery.
The nursery. Which one was the nursery? Let's see.
I think it's the middle one.
Thank you. All right, go into the nursery. The room that kind of contains wreckage of old wooden cribs.
Alright, let's look in the operating room.
Okay. As you get ready to close the door of this room, you see something in the window.
Ooh. I want to investigate.
As you walk up closer to the window, you see a reflection in the window of a nun in white robes, and she's standing in the doorway.
I attempt to speak to her. Hello, what is this place?
There's no answer back. You look back over towards the door, and there's nothing there. You look back in the window, and there's nothing there.
I feel like this entire abbey is just a big red herring. I vote we burn it to the ground.
I tend to agree with you.
Okay, question. It has been 3 hours. It's 10 o'clock here. Did you guys want to continue on for a little bit longer? Or did you want to stop here?
Well, I need to get some sleep before the morning, but if y'all want to keep going, that's fine.
Tell you what, let's there's 2 more doors here. If you want to look in them, then we'll look in them. But if not, then we'll pause here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and look in them while we're here. That's why I said I wanted to look in the operating room.
Alright.
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm gonna have to actually be over here. There you go. So you open the door. There's a bloodstained table in the middle of the room. Otherwise, the room is empty.
Investigate.
Seems to be something. Huh? Do what?
I'm investigating the table very poorly.
Do you want me to do you want me to
You walk
try
into the
something?
room, and as you go to the investigate table, you're like looking under. You put your hand on the table, and you hear like a high-pitched scream, like a. "Ah!" And it fills the room. It's a scream that echoes through time. It is followed by other fainter screams of those who died under the knife. The scream fades until they are no more than a haunting memory. There's nothing of value here.
Alright. Now, if I try and rustle the rest of the beds, am I gonna face more shadows?
I don't know.
Alright, well, I'm gonna go ahead and rustle the rest of the beds and see if I can find anything. And I'm looking
The beds on the
under
back
the
wall are
bed
on
and
fire.
everything.
That whole wall, it just set all those beds on fire on the back wall.
Thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, let's look in the morgue.
Okay, do I find anything under the beds or in the beds or under the mattresses real quick?
You find nothing of value? This room is empty. This is supposed to be the morgue. It's empty. There's a raven sitting in the windowsill in this room.
I greet the raven and I pull out some rations. I hold my hand out and I say to it, using my ability to speak with animals, "Hello, friend. Do you have any news?"
It kind of looks at you and it just flies off.
I look out the window.
You see it's flown off and is sitting on the shoulder of one of the scarecrows in the garden area.
Well, I would like to go out to the garden, but I guess we're gonna call it here, aren't we? So just try to remember that for next game.
Well, we could just go out to the garden real quick so we can leave it.
I would suggest only doing that if you want to spend another hour playing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Who is gonna rest on a bed?
Jesus. In a room with a whole, like, that's literally on fire.
Yeah. What could go wrong?
I agree with Uda. I need to take a short rest too.
Yeah, put it as Raven and Garden question mark next to it. And there we go.
Yay.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm gonna try to figure out what's wrong with the music because that was really annoying. How is cool music planned? And it kept freezing or not playing or.
Alrighty then.
Have a good night.
Next week is gonna be similar to tonight. If I can get off early, I will, but I'll probably be late again.
Okay.
Alright, I'll talk to you guys